All right, I believe we're live. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the High Level Release Radar, where this week we're switching it up and we're going live. I am joined by Ryan Howell from our team here in product marketing at High Level. Ryan, happy Friday.
Happy Friday, Chase.
So Ryan had the genius idea of, hey, why don't we just do these live? Because instead of trying to record them and get the edit done same day, and I think he was right. Why not? So let's go live. The idea is that we're sort of pivoting Release Radar a little bit to do a weekly recap on Fridays of what rolled out that week, which is really exciting for me because oftentimes things slip through the cracks and maybe I missed something awesome or maybe we didn't give enough love to something that rolled out that was really exciting. And so Ryan's got the list for this week ready. And if you can see us or hear us, let us know in the comments. I haven't seen any comments come through yet. But I think going live should be fun because then we'll get some interaction going and we'll see live comments as we go through this week's releases. So Ryan, I'm going to share that slide that we've got here.
All right.
And let me just figure out how to do that real quick. Okay, cool. I got a thumbs up comment. I see that came through. Excellent.
Awesome.
Let's go. Jeff, Leo, thanks for joining us here. And beautiful. There we are. Cool. So let's kick it off, Ryan. The first release of the week, we've got them broken out sort of. We categorize them internally as like tiers, like T1 through 4. So I think what we're looking at, Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, is T1's up top, T2's below that, or is it T2 and
T2s and T3s? Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So the first release that we've got is the conversion metrics for email campaigns. So this one's
a big one.
This is a big one. It's been something that I know is a personal favorite of Sean's. He's been waiting forever to be able to release this one. Essentially, what we've got here is the ability to send out an email. If we're sending people to a high-level product of some sort and they purchase within, I think 5 days is the default, correct?
Yeah.
Within 5 days, the email stats for that email will now attribute the sale back to the email in the email statistics. This is massive, right? And it's sort of commonplace in a lot of e-com type of products like Klaviyo. But it makes sense, right? We want to know, are these emails that we're sending out generating sales? And so this rolled out, you can now see sales attribution from emails that you're sending out to high-level products. I've seen a lot of people asking, okay, well, what about Shopify sales and stuff like that? And all that's going to come. But this was the first step. So we can now drive people to high-level products and then see if they converted. And then we can even adjust the window, right?
Yeah. By default, it's set to 5 days. So there's the ability to change it.
Which I think is standard around the industry if you look at the other products. But you can actually go in there and make it longer. If you say, hey, no, I want purchases 6-7 days later to tie back to this email as well, you can do that. So really big one. I'm excited to see the feedback on that. Go check it out if you haven't. Vincent, thanks for joining. We see you over there in YouTube. Let's talk about update number 2. So Ryan, why don't you read this one off?
Yeah, so client portal and communities updates. We've now got single sign-on for Google, as well as some new things with managing password resets. So this is going to make it a lot easier to, I think that there's been a lot of confusion about, okay, well, what do we do for password resets because they're in different spots? So this is kind of streamlining that. And then obviously adding the Google sign-on, which is, kind of the easiest thing because so many people have Google accounts that are associated, with their client portal emails as well.
Yeah. So I haven't played with these yet. I saw the screens. They look beautiful, but I saw a lot of comments of people saying, I already used this today and it was awesome. This is so much easier. Thank you. So that seems like sort of a cleanup release there that people are loving already. So
yeah, client portal is just getting better and better. The dashboard and
totally.
It's I think really getting there.
We'll loop back to it a little bit further on our list here today. But the next one is another one that was super high on the ideas board. I know people have been waiting this for a long time, but you can now use coupon codes for subscription products, including SaaS mode. So if you want to run coupon promos or whatever for your SaaS mode deals, or just a product that's a subscription, you can now do that inside of HighLevel. I
Yeah.
know that one's going to be a crowd pleaser.
This was a major pain point, I know for myself in the past, so, I was excited about this, and I'm not even using it, so.
Awesome. I'm sure we'll get a lot of good feedback on that one. Let's talk about some enhancements. So we had a payment enhancement. Oh, this one was kind of cool. Basically, I guess with Stripe, you could capture uh, country code and zip code along with the credit card info without having to do the full billing address, but you couldn't for the other payment gateways. And so
Yeah.
now you can.
Yeah, so this is authorized.net and, NMI, I think it is.
Which is cool, right? Because I don't, for most digital products, we don't care about getting your full address, but we do want the zip, so that it has, something to do with the credit card payments. It makes it more safe or whatever, right? Like we want
Yeah.
to, you're supposed to get the zip code. So now you can do that for all of the payment integrations. And I saw somebody ask in YouTube, please tell me Ideal Payments is coming. So the good news there is that right now the team is working hard to just basically open up the payments API completely. So basically, by the end of this quarter, Q2, the community is going to be able to go integrate any of the payment gateways. And I know that people around the world have been begging for sort of payment platforms that are prominent in their specific area. And so rather than us having to go try to figure out which ones to do in which order and this and that, the community, the integrated community, which has been growing by the day, is going to be able to just start knocking those out. And we'll have payments for Razor Pay and Ideal Payments, it sounds like, is another one,
Yeah.
in the platform for everybody to just really open up the payments world. And so, yeah, I don't know if anyone's working on Ideal Payments specifically, but they'll be able to integrate it by Q2. So what do we have next? A calendar update here. We've got, when I first
Yeah.
saw this one, I was like, wait, what is this? Collective booking in-app appointment modal. Flesh that out for us, Ryan.
So this is essentially giving you the ability to dynamically add team members, to calendars that there may not be specifically assigned to. So, like if you're booking somebody for, I don't know, like a pedicure or something, but there's somebody else that's not specifically assigned to that, you'll have the ability to dynamically add them, to the calendar. So this gives a lot more flexibility with this, particularly with the service calendars. But this is kind of a theme where, we're just adding a ton more, flexibility and the, customization within these calendars so that they can work in different types of business scenarios. And so there's a lot more coming up, on that, particularly with the new snapshots that we're launching too. But the service calendars and the ability to not have to use a service specific CRM just to do the calendar is huge.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, there's more coming there, but this is kind of one of the first steps.
Yeah, this one was cool because it's a back end one, right? It's for your staff when they're managing appointments in the back end and need to
Mhm.
move people in and out of um, the assignment roles. And
Yep.
so I saw a lot of people say, "Oh, finally, this is such a pain point for us." And so that was cool to see. Definitely, service calendars are coming a long way really quickly. And yeah, I look forward to seeing more people being able to get off those single use apps that they're using just for booking.
Yeah.
Um, Daniel asked a question back to payments. Does this mean we could also charge SaaS in euro? I want to say yes, because I know that they just rolled out you can charge for whatever currency you want for
Yeah.
products. I don't know if it's also for SaaS. Do you know, Ryan?
I don't know that answer. That was last week. We introduced a multi-currency option so that anything could be anything.
Yeah,
I'll double check on that though.
cool. We'll have to get back to you on Daniel on that one. Let's talk about what came out next. We've got this one's awesome. Workflow updates. The number formatter and the date formatter, which were premium actions before, are now free. So you got to love that, right? When something goes from paid to free, that's always a win.
Yeah. Um,
Those are pretty cool actions too. More kind of advanced, but for the folks that are using them, the fact that you don't have to use Zapier or Make or something to do those types of formatting and calculations and whatnot, they're now free and HighLevel. So enjoy.
Yeah, go play with them and come up with a new way to use them, because they're
Awesome.
free anyway.
Nadir, we've got conflicting comments here. Nadir saying I was able to set it to multi. Daniel says no, it's only for products for now, but not for SaaS yet. Maybe double check that, but yeah, if not, we'll have it there soon.
Yeah.
This next one I also love. This was something, so we rolled out IVR, right? Hopefully everybody knows that you can build IVRs, which are essentially call trees in HighLevel, right? So you call a business and it's like press 1 for sales, press 2 for support, press 3, whatever. We can build those now in HighLevel workflows, which is incredible because it opens up the door to go back to all those businesses that we were sort of avoiding in the past because it's like, they've got this embedded phone system. They have to have a call tree. So, I can't do anything there. We can now go replace that. You can now be the call tree service for your clients. And one of the sort of upgrades to that a lot of people were asking for is the ability to ring multiple people. So let's say it's like press 2 for sales. They press 2. Well, you want it to ring your whole sales team simultaneously, and whoever answers gets the call, as opposed to only being able to ring one number. Well, now you can do that as well. So we can build these sort of ring all scenarios where, first salesperson to pick up gets the call. And that's a big one. I mean, I think a lot of
Yeah,
people are going to be really excited about that.
that's just slam dunk, especially for sales teams, or even just scheduling. Even if you've only got 2 or 3 people in an office, like think of a plumber, or in home inspection or whatever. You maybe got 2 or 3 schedulers and one's out to lunch. Now you don't have to worry about that. It'll just ring everything and then cancel the call. Once it gets picked up. So
Yep.
I can't tell you how expensive that was back in the 90s. It's just like, it's pretty wild that this is like essentially free. I mean, it's so cheap, it's almost free.
100%. And I think obviously it increases the odds of, decreases the odds of just a missed call, increases the odds that someone's going to pick up, close the deal. So I think that's going to be a game changer for a lot of people. Somebody's asking round robin. I think that'll probably come next if it's not there now, but I like ring all. I mean,
Yeah.
somebody pick up and close this lead for us, but I could see how round robin would be an ask as well. So I'm sure the team's working on that. All right. The last one is more community updates. So I'm just blown away by the speed at which the community team is knocking this stuff out. Was it last week?
Absolutely.
I think we got notifications, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was a couple weeks ago.
Today, we just saw a ton of mobile enhancements. So I actually want to share the release note for that just so we can check out how good these screens look. So let's see here. How do I find my, can I not just share my Slack window? Oh, here we go. Slack. Awesome. Let's see if this works. Oh no, system preferences, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's do it this way. I'm going to shift my Slack to my second monitor, and then we'll just try to share that whole thing. All right,
The
share.
fun of going live.
Exactly.
We'll figure this thing out.
Oh no, I don't think it's going to show Slack because I don't see it there. Ryan, can you try to, let's see if it lets you, or do you have to update your settings too?
Probably gonna need to update them, but let me see if I can do it.
Actually, while you're doing that, maybe I can just download them all real quick.
Let's see, screens, entire screen.
Has Sean put up his coming at you video for these yet?
I don't think so, because this one just went out.
Okay. Well, then I'm almost done. Hang with us. Bear with us.
We're almost there. We're almost there.
That's our first live.
I don't know. Can you see this? I think this is sharing.
Let's see. Oh, yes.
Okay. Perfect. So here are the screens.
Great. Here we go.
All right. Awesome. Comments here.
So this is basically the mobile view. Now you've got the tray that slides out with the different channels within a group. Here we're looking at sort of the add attachment type of options for a post. Yeah. This is courses. inside so we could see that bottom tray down there. We're in the learning tab. So if you've shared courses to communities, you'll be able to see that in there as well. And
Got
this is notification.
notifications.
Looks so good. Here
And
we're
that's
looking
just,
at a group, right? So we've
yeah,
got a pinned post at the top there. And then again, there's that nice left panel tray there.
yeah. Yeah, all in all, this is looking more and more like a native app. Which, like what Chase said, I mean, there's so much happening on the community side, and we use it too, obviously. So, we're we're kind of pressing to get a lot of this stuff done as well.
That's right. We use it for we use it for our certified partners, have a community. We've got the town hall community going. We've got the content army community going. If you don't know
Mhm.
about that and you want to get paid to create content for HighLevel, go to gohighlevel.com/content-army. And Ryan mentioned mobile app. Hopefully you've heard we are building a native mobile app for courses, communities, and payments. It's the hub, right? It's the what are we calling the hub? The
I forget.
Anyway, the hub for all that stuff. So you'll be
Yeah,
able to have your clients sign into a native mobile app from Apple, Google, where they can see courses, communities, payments, um, and some other stuff that'll all be in there. It's in the works. It's going to be fantastic. And as we get updated, we'll
affiliates.
share it
That's
with
the other
everyone.
thing. Affiliates is going to be in there as well.
Affiliate stuff.
Yeah,
Yep. It's going to be the client portal. That's what it's called.
right.
And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
Cool. So those are the releases from the week. Hopefully you all liked the live format. Let us know in the comments because it is much easier for us to sort of produce this idea of a show if we can just go live, even though you might see us ramble and struggle to share the right screen every now and then.
yeah.
Ryan, anything that you are most excited to see roll out next week? The one that I'm most excited was supposed to come out last week and it got pushed, so I'm gonna repeat that one. Anything that's on your radar?
I don't have anything specific on my radar right now. We're going through a lot of help doc stuff right now, so I've been a little buried in that. But
That's
there are
true.
definitely some cool things coming out. I've seen. I'm drawing a blank at the moment.
No worries. And I put you on the spot there, but we should point out that Ryan and the team are retroactively going back through help docs, reading the negative feedbacks on the ones that have it, getting those things updated. Now that we've got the content army, you all are helping us update videos that are, maybe the UI has changed and it's out of date. And so the bandwidth on the team has been increased to do that. We're really excited to see that cleanup happen. But honestly, a lot of that stuff comes from you. So if you're watching a video on YouTube and something's out of date, leave us a comment because that really is the trigger to us that, hey, we need to go get this video remade. So we really appreciate that feedback as you all have it. The feature that I'm so excited that is scheduled to roll out next week is the auto resend. So when you go to send an email, you're now going to have the option to say, I want to automatically send this email to people who didn't open it in 2 days with a new subject. So this has been in the works for a while and it is basically done. I'm super excited to see it roll out. I think pretty much, we're going to use it internally pretty much every time we send an email. I'm sure you all will as well. And
Yeah.
so keep an eye out for that rolling out next week.
No, that's an awesome one. The other thing that I just want to highlight, and this is a little bit more tactical, so we won't get into it. But if you haven't kind of squared away your email sending strategy,
Hmm.
February 1st, Google has got some new changes that are coming. So make sure you're on the lookout for that and kind of read their docs on like what you got to pay attention to. It's pretty nuanced, but it's going to affect the entire internet. So
That's
might be
true.
something to get ahead of instead of retroactively wondering why all of your emails are going to spam now or getting rejected by Google. So
Yeah, great point. There is a pop-up in-app. Hopefully you've seen it. If you haven't, you could go to help.gohighlevel.com and search like Google Yahoo update. There's a whole doc there. It basically outlines the new, it's not regulations, but the updates coming from Google and Yahoo. They're going to make it harder to get in the inbox if you're not technically set up right. So make sure that you're using a dedicated sending subdomain for every sub account. It's super easy to set up in Lead Connector. And then you definitely want to make sure that your DMARC, I believe. I always get confused when it comes to stuff. It's all in the doc. Check it out. Make sure that
we're gonna enter into like a 2-hour discussion.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to do that on this show, but
Yeah.
go check out the doc. If you have any questions, hit us up. We'll be happy to help. And I think that's it for this week.
Right on.
We'll see everyone next week. Have a great weekend.
See you guys.